Today, we are here at Feel at Home Group, a venture that provides accommodation for international students. We shall have a
Hello and welcome to this amazing video where we, the first year MBA students of SMS Kusat, will be interviewing the CEO and founder of Feel at Home, Mr. Mohammed, Rafique.
Feel at Home Group is a venture that provides accommodation worldwide, especially in Ireland, Canada, Australia, etc. Today we have here with us the CEO and founder of Feel at Home Group, Mr. Mohammed Rafique. Good morning, sir.
Hi.
So, how this business idea came up?
So I was a student myself. I lived in Ireland for 7 years.
Okay.
So in the beginnings, it was really tough for us even to get properties.
Yes.
So we had to depend on a lot of friends, stay in their couches for some time. And also when the time went by, it became actually more difficult for students because the inflow of students started going under.
Yes.
And I thought, why not, make that as a business and capitalize on it.
Okay.
What are the main principles that you used to maintain customer relationship? Is there any key principle that you always keep on looking to maintain good customer relationship?
So when I started with in trading industry where customer service is not very important. But when I started this Feel at Home venture, it's mostly into service industry, right? So it was really a big change for me to understand the market, to know how to make the customers happy. Here the problem is, even though your intentions are good, you want the customers to be happy, it won't be necessary, right? So from my experience, what I've learned is that you have to make your team happy first. You should have a good team, and you take care of your team, and then your team will take care of the tenants or the customers. That is what I have understand from my past experience.
In the current competitive world, to start a business, risk elements are much higher. So what were the obstacles that you faced in the initial days of starting this Feel at Home? And what are the suggestions that you can give to the new people that intend to start new business?
Alright, so with Feel at Home, actually we don't have any competitors. That's a new idea, which luckily nobody has started yet. So we are kind of monopoly as of now. So the coming back to suggestions, what I would love to give you is that so if there is competition, I would say there is a huge opportunity. Rather than going behind what others are doing. Say for example, you might have seen an area where there is a famous restaurant and they're getting good business, right? Good customers are walking in, right? So you might have seen hundreds of or tens of other restaurants opening up in the same area. So that is actually a red ocean strategy. You guys must have learned it from the MBAs. So instead of that, try to create something new which can serve the customers who are coming into that restaurant. Rather than, so what we did here is that there are hundreds and thousands of agencies who send students abroad for education, but nobody actually takes care of them once they land there. So that is what we did. We actually didn't went behind with what others are doing, like getting them admissions or placing them in the college. We don't do that. So instead of that, we started a business where all these students who are traveling to these countries are getting served by it's not just accommodation. It's right when they board the flight from they arrive there. We arrange airport pickup. We get them properties. We even help them to get know the city and get settled. Yeah. So instead of going behind the competition or behind the market, which is fully saturated, always try to do something new, which can always bring in some more values.
Okay, so you did find a unique idea and a solution to that. So how are true entrepreneurs actually born? Like, do you agree with the statement that entrepreneurs can always be made?
I don't think entrepreneurs can be born because I'm coming from a business family. My father is a businessman. Even though I did a lot of mistakes, right? So what I learned is you can only learn business from the mistakes that you make, not from the successes that you made, right? So you always have to do things, take risk, and then you step by step you will be learning. So it's nothing to do with being born, or it's always like you're being made, right? Even though if it's a second generation or third generation business people, you have to understand the business, lose some money, learn experience the hard way, and then slowly you take it from there.
So, sir, do you think that entrepreneurs often they have to make a difficult choice between social good and profit? So, if yes, can you give some situations where such situations occurs?
Can you repeat that question?
Sir, do you think that entrepreneurs they often have to make a difficult choice between profit and social good? So, if yes, can you give some examples?
I don't think so, because no matter whatever you do, right? You can't be morally responsible for everything around you, right? So for me, the ethics or social ethics, it's more like the customers, right? Your customer is a part of society, so you serve them well in a good way, in a good intention. I believe that itself it's the best thing to do, right? And then of course there is the people who are not in your portfolio. So for them, what you can do is that be good to the society, do your part. So that's pretty much it.
So one more question, sir. Who is the one entrepreneur to your greatest example and inspiration?
I would say Elon Musk. It's a big target, but what he have achieved and the way he's dealing things, some might call him eccentric. But it's something, he's done things which are impossible, which makes us believe that, nothing is impossible. You can always go ahead, have faith. Like his SpaceX, I think it was like his fifth or sixth, or I think fourth or fifth, the rocket mission got success, all was failure. So don't lose hope. Keep faith in what you're doing, and it should turn around.
So, Feel at Home, for me personally, I felt it is pretty innovative and a totally new idea, because I haven't heard of any of it like before, such an idea. So, I need to know more about Feel at Home. Where do you see your business in 5 years, and what is the scalability? And do you have more branches, and how many employees do you have, and all of that? Basically your business model.
So it's still a startup. It's been like 3 years now, so minus the 2 years of COVID.
Okay.
So we didn't really get a chance to expand during that time. So we were lying low, trying to float in the market. So that's what we've been doing last 2 years. Now market has opened up. All the countries are welcoming students. So now the plans are big that we have is to be a platform where any student from any part of the world can just log into our website or the app, and they can just book a property before even they board the flight, right? So that eliminates a lot of troubles which the students are facing right now. So I have personally met a lot of students from Kerala who have stayed or spent their night in parks overnight, right? For 2-3 days, and there have been reports in internet where students have been living in gurudwaras, Punjabi students especially. So it's really hard for a student to immigrate to these countries and get along by themselves, right? So we want to be that bridge where the student doesn't have to worry about that. Just like the agencies who are helping them to get admissions, we want them to be the bridge, to get their life accomplished, right? So all these initial troubles, that's what we are planning to take care of. Yeah. So the hopes are big. It's a big industry. It's a 15 billion industry.
Okay.
So in the education industry, it's a 15 billion. So close to 300,000 or 3 lakh to 4 lakh students are traveling every year from India to these countries. So the market is big. We are just still serving less than 0.01% right now. So the market is really big for us. I hope we can capture most of it.
So do you have more branches, or this is the only one?
No, so we are operating in UK. We have an office there.
Okay.
We have an office in Ireland. We have an office in Canada, Ontario, Toronto. And also we have just started up in Melbourne, Australia. So hopefully we are planning to start Germany and US by this year. Yeah, that's the plan.
And what is your marketing strategy? Like, how do you market yourself?
So right now we didn't spend. I don't believe in big spending in marketing. Like big companies, they do have budget for that, but we believe in. I mean, what I go for it is like the pinpointed market, like where you are not spending too much money. So if you have gone to the visa embassies across in Kerala or in Bangalore, which is nearby, you can see our advertisements and people standing there, which we are spending very less money on, right? So, but that's very effective. And also we are tied up with a lot of agencies since nobody is there to compete us as of now. We don't have to really spend a lot of money on budget on this marketing thing. And the most important thing is referrals. So if you serve students good,
Yes.
they'll bring us references.
And which is the biggest difficulty that you faced, like in your journey?
Service. It's a new industry for me, right? As I told you, like I've been in training industry for the last 10 years, and getting into a service industry, it's a totally different ball game as I said, right? So I spoke with many people in the hotel industry who've been pioneers there, and what I understood from is that you can never be 100% be happy in this industry, right? All you can do is that follow your ethics, keep your standards, always try to improve, and eventually things will fall in places.
And for students like us, we think entrepreneurship is something very difficult, and we like, okay, it is very risky, so like stay away from it. So what is your advice for the younger generation, like for the young youth of India, like us? Do you think we should be at least trying entrepreneurship once in our lives?
You should. You definitely should. If you don't try it, I mean, I would say you are losing a huge opportunity out there, because there are still a million problems to solve in the world, right? So choose a problem that you want to solve, right? Go behind it. Use technology. Even though you guys are not in the IT field or something like that, still technology can really help you grow, right? So use the technology, make use of it, and take risks. If you don't take risks now, when will you take it? When you're in your 50s or 60s, you can't do that. You're free. You should take risks. If you are not taking risks, you're taking a big risk. So that is what I have to advise.
Okay, so as you've seen, Mr. Mohammed Rafique is like, you should be, actually getting into entrepreneurship and trying it once in a lifetime, and take risk is what we got to know today. Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your time, and we are extremely happy to know your journey and the risks that you've taken. And for anybody who's going abroad, I think you should contact Feel at Home, and as you've seen that Feel at Home will make your journey pretty easy, and it's very trustworthy. So yeah, thanks for watching. So thanks for watching this video. Hope this video has been very informative and would inspire you to take up the entrepreneurial journey.